very fun, isn't it? But right now, we're not going to sleep. We're going to hear a story from a princess. Oh my goodness, do you know who's coming out? I'm going to give you a hint and see if you can guess. She has a pet tiger named Raja. I heard it over there very quickly. Yes, you're right. Do you want to meet her? Oh, I think you're going to be learning that. Do you want to meet her? Please welcome the beautiful Princess Jasmine! Hello, everyone! Oh, gorgeous! No, Princess Jasmine. Oh my goodness, Evan, it was so exciting the first time you stepped outside the palace walls, and everyone is coming to hear your story.
Really?
Yes.
Would you like to hear about one of my favorite adventures?
Yes!
Oh my goodness. Well, all right, let us start at the very beginning, shall we? And I think we all know how my favorite story begins. Once upon a time. Well, maybe we should say that all together. Don't you think, Lady Lillian? All right, everyone ready? Once upon a time, there lived a sultan and his daughter, me. Now, I loved my father very much, but he had some very strange ideas.
Now, Jasmine, the law says you must be married to a prince by your next birthday.
But Father, if you love me, then you would let me choose for myself.
Well, I just want to make sure you're taken care of, said the sultan.
Well, I didn't want to be kept like a dove in a cage, and I could tell that Father wasn't going to change his mind. So that night, I decided that if being a princess meant that I couldn't do what I wanted, then I didn't want to be a princess anymore. So I disguised myself in different clothes and hugged my tiger Raja goodbye and climbed over the palace wall.
Oh, Raja tried to stop her. He was tugging at her long coat, but he could not get her to change her mind. But hey, let's all sound like Raja. Can you all growl? Let me hear you. Oh, good.
Oh, Raja, I'm sorry, but I can't stay here and have my life live for me. I'll miss you. Goodbye.
Fine. So she said goodbye to Raja and her father and everything she knew at the palace, and that's when Jasmine went out on an adventure.
Well, I'd never been outside the palace walls before, so I was curious about everything. I went to the busy marketplace and saw lots of wonderful things and new faces, and then I saw this little boy who looked hungry. So I took an apple from the basket and I gave it to him. But the fruit seller got very upset with me because I had forgotten any money to buy the apple. And suddenly this handsome young man appears, and even though he didn't know who I was, he tried to tell the fruit seller that I was not a thief. He did meet a little monkey, you're right. There was a little monkey there. Do you remember what his name is? A fruit, that's right. It had a monkey sound. So we ran away before we got to any more trouble and climbed the rooftop so we knew we'd be safe. And when we got there, the young man told me that this secret place was where he lived. Well, I couldn't believe it. He and Abuzi had everything I was looking for. There was no one telling them where to go or what to do or who to love. And suddenly the palace guards appeared. They grabbed the young man. They were going to throw him into the dungeon of the palace. So I threw back my disguise to show them that I was the sultan's daughter, and I commanded them to stop. But they wouldn't. They had been ordered by Jafar.
Now, Jafar was a very, very powerful man. He was the advisor of the sultan, and no one wanted to say no to him. He had a horrible temper. Oh, but Jasmine was furious with him, but she could not get him to change his mind.
Well, many days later, in the streets of Agrabah, there was a big celebration. A parade was coming, with elephants and trumpets and fireworks, and then someone shouted out,
"Make way for Prince Ali!" Can you all clap your hands like this? Oh, to the opens up. Hey, sorrow, be the to me to die. Make way, here we go. Ring the drums, you're gonna love the sky.
oh. Well, I sat and watched my balcony, but I wasn't excited at all. I could see it was just another pompous prince trying to show off and impress everyone. It made me so angry that everyone kept trying to tell me what I was going to do without even asking me. So I decided I didn't even want to see that prince. I am not the prize to be won.
However, Prince Ali was actually someone in disguise who cared for her very much. Do you remember who it really was? Who was it really? It was Aladdin, that's right. He had changed into Prince Ali by making 3 wishes with the magic lamp was found. So that night, he appeared upon Jasmine's balcony.
Well, I wasn't charmed by his pompous attitude. Just go jump off the balcony.
Oh, that's what he did. He jumped right off the balcony.
Oh, no! He didn't fall. He was standing on a carpet that was floating in the air. He told me it was a magic carpet, and he asked me if I'd like to go for a ride with him. Well, I wasn't sure. But he held out his hand and asked, "Do you trust me?" And my heart told me that I did. So I stepped upon the magic carpet, and I sat down beside him, and we went on the most wonderful adventure. Would you all like to know what it's like to fly on a magic carpet? Yes? Okay, we'll all pretend together. You may hold out your arms like this if you want to.
Ready? Here we go. A whole new world, a dazzling place I never knew. But now from way up here, it's crystal clear, and now I'm in a whole new world with you.
It was all so magical.
Thank you, sweetheart, for volunteering.
It was such a romantic night, and I never wanted it to end. But there was something I needed to get to the bottom of. So I pulled up Prince Ali's royal turban and asked him why he'd lied to me.
Well, despite the disguises, their hearts had not been fooled because guess what? They had both fallen in love.
Yes, we kissed and said goodnight. It was just like a dream. Well, the next morning, I ran to tell my father I had the most wonderful time. I was so happy.
Father had been under a spell by Jafar, so he said to her, "Jasmine, I have found a husband for you. You are to marry Jafar."
Well, I'll never marry Jafar. I want to marry Prince Ali.
Oh, right then, Prince Ali appeared in the doorway. Oh, Jafar was furious. He could not believe that this street rat might take away all of his powers. You know what he did? He stole the magic lamp and he made 3 wishes.
Yes, for his first wish, he wished to rule as the Sultan.
And poof, it happened. For his next wish, he wished to be the most powerful sorcerer in all the world.
And poof, it happened. And then Jafar commanded everyone to bow to him and told them all that Prince Ali was nothing but Aladdin, a common street rat.
And for his 3rd wish,
Aladdin tricked Jafar into wishing for even more. So in his rage, he wished to become an all-powerful genie. And poof, it happened.
yay! Oh, however, it wasn't the smartest wish for him to make now, was it? Because where do all genies have to live until someone summons them? What is it called?
Yes, a lamp. And we all wished to never see Jafar again, so we didn't. But now I knew who Prince Ali really was. He was Aladdin, the boy I met in the marketplace. And I loved him, for he was more special than any prince to me.
And the genie reminded him that he still had one last wish to make. And if he wanted to, he could change back into Prince Ali and marry Jasmine. Ah, but that's not what he did, is it? Nope. He wished for the genie's freedom instead. And poof! It happened, and guess what? The genie was set free!
Oh, that was so unselfish of him. And I knew without a doubt that Aladdin was the only man for me. And that same day, my father changed the law so that I could marry the man I wanted. And I bet you can guess who I chose. Aladdin, that's right. And as all good adventures end,